Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray, brought to you proudly by Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency, Barton Power Sports, Sportsman's Warehouse, and Best Care Home Services.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray. And I'm going to save the last segment introduction to Bill Cooksey over there because we're going to talk a little duck hunting, and he can welcome in our good friend Charlie Holder from Sure Shot Game Calls. And of course, Ron Wong did a wonderful job on the previous segment when we were talking a little bass fishing. I'm going to do this one myself, okay? You guys, I want you to add in here because we have one of the real friends of Outdoors with Larry Ray over the years, been on the air 17 years, and I know Buck Knives has done wonders for us, and CJ is always just about available if we can track him down. And we've tracked him down way early this morning out in Idaho, and we've got CJ Buck. He is the president of Buck Knives in Post Falls, Idaho. Good morning, CJ.
Hey, Larry, how are you?
Doing great. And we always talk knives, and let me hold on just a minute. This is okay. Okay, I've got it right here. I've got my little buck knife that I've lost 8 times. Okay, I'm not going to lose it again. Now it just keeps.
I hope not.
I put that on before I do my shoes.
Do you?
Yeah. I don't go anywhere without my.
I almost lost one to an airport. I thought I was going to lose mine to the airport not long ago.
Well,
I hate to take up the time on this, but I felt it in my pocket when I was standing in security.
You did?
I've never done that before. I always remember to put it in my checked luggage. I stuck it in my briefcase, and they never noticed it. So.
See there, CJ. We've got an undercover agent right here with one of your knives.
I do. I see that.
I bet you have seen that. But that's Bill Cooksey from Vanishing Paradise on with us as one of our co-hosts. And, of course, Ron Wong is over there.
Good morning, CJ.
Hey, good morning, Ron. How are you?
Ron is
Great.
one of our is our fishing guru. But let's talk buck knives. I get a lot of comments from people who like to hear about buck knives, not only the family tradition and everything, but you folks out there in Idaho have been making knives. How long?
Oh, you're going to challenge me on that one. Since 1902, so 116 years.
Since 1902. And no, I was not around there, Bill. You always ask me those things,
It's a little hazy for me, too.
Yeah, I don't remember CJ's grandfather. I know we went to high school together, I think.
But Larry was a thought at the time.
Hey, you don't have to worry about that. The buck passes here. I can tell you that for a fact. But you guys have been out there in the field of not afraid to try something different. We know about all the different knife styles you got, but when I got a press release from Rachel, your Rogers, you're a competent person that keeps me informed of everything, about a new collection of knives. Tell our listeners what's new on the buck knife front.
Well, as you know, a lot of people use knives to commemorate specific occasions.
Yes.
Graduations, weddings, etc. And so what we wanted to do was build our website so that we could help guide people to making, we could prompt them to make better choices and then give them options that would give them better choices for, say, like if you're getting married, you can order a cake knife with the bride and groom on the blade. You can. There's a whole special section for choosing groomsmen's gifts for the father of the bride, all that kind of stuff.
And so you've gone, what I understand is a new collection category, is what you're calling this. So
yes, the wedding and celebrations collection is just one piece of that.
Well, tell me how this developed, because this is kind of interesting, because we all know where your base is and where it's been for all these over 110 years. So tell us about how this evolved.
Well, if you think about the fact that a knife is something you carry with you all the time. Yeah. But you always have it. And if you want to commemorate something for somebody, why not put it on something, one, that lasts, but two, put it on something that you'll have with you all the time. It'll be that constant reminder. So we came to learn by watching that people were having us customize knives for them based on things that were happening, groups they were in, the Elk Foundation, NRA, Mule Deer.
Yeah.
Just having knives that said a little something about them and keeping that with them. And we decided we'll craft our website so to make it easier for people to get on and order these types of things.
And gifts for groomsmen, gifts for fathers of the bride.
Gifts for whole wedding parties. I mean, I helped put together a thing to get a coworker 200 duck calls for her wedding, and I could see knives with someone being the same type of a
thing.
It's a great.
Yeah,
that's a great idea. Great item.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's something.
And it makes a statement about the people getting married and the people they're associated with.
It really does, and you think about when people do get those kind of gifts. It has their name on it or the date. So it is something memorable forever.
They're going to keep it unless they lose it or get caught in airport security or something like that.
You can. Very true.
Right. Yeah, which has happened.
Plus, you get a buck back for everyone you give people.
You can give somebody a chocolate bar with the bride and groom's name on it, or you can give them a knife. And I'll tell you which one will last longer.
I know which one will last longer. What did you say, Bill?
Well, I said, plus, if you're giving knives, you get a buck back for everyone you give away.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah, that takes a while to think of, but you're right. Yeah, I got it now. It took me a while.
I mean, it grew up where we did. You have to give somebody $1 if they give you a knife as a gift.
That was right. Part of the growing up. The Buck may not.
Yeah.
That's part of the growing up. Again, we're talking to C.J. Buck, president of Buck Knives, and out there in Post Falls, Idaho. I never want to ask him what the weather is in Post Falls because here in Memphis we have two seasons. We have spring and summer. It seems like.
Well, we're having smoky season out here. Lots of fires going on
really?
around.
Yeah. That's terrible.
Sad.
Yeah, you guys have had all that different things and everything. So
we're supposed to get rain in a couple days, so that'll be very helpful for everybody.
It has to be.
I think Sunday, night or Monday, it's supposed to rain.
Well, look, if you believe in the 10-day forecast, I got a knife I'll sell you. I mean, no, I don't either. No. The 10-day forecast, I always laugh at these weathermen. We got every station here has 4 or 5, and don't get me on that. But I mean, you have a Boy Scout collection too. I didn't realize you had that, and the Buck of the Month collection. I mean, you can go to www.buckknives and see what the Buck of the Month collection features. And it has limited run collectibles. So you guys are sitting around trying to come up with something. How do you improve something that's so good?
That it's true. They sit around and just put together something that sounds interesting. And that's with the Buck of the Month. It's a simple knife. There's only a few hundred made, so they sell out fairly quickly. So it gives treasure seekers something to kind of hang on for. They're usually sold out within just a couple hours.
Really? So so for the September, do you put those on right after midnight in 1st of September, or how do you do that?
Oh, that's a really good question. I'm not sure. Sometimes it depends on when we actually get the knives finished.
Okay.
And then we'll launch it the next day. So I don't know that there's a specific schedule.
But there's usually
do something every month.
Usually about a couple of hundred, then, right? I mean,
it's usually only about a couple hundred. Yes.
Wow. So I've asked you this before. What's the most popular knife for Buck Knives?
Our most popular knife is the Buck Folding Hunter 110.
That's what I thought. That's what I have with me in my bag.
Introduced in 1964.
1960. I was around then. Okay?
Well, I would hope so.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I was almost around then.
You
Larry.
were almost. Oh, that really makes me feel good. I was
almost.
I was out of high school at least. It took me a while, but I finally made it. So, what are we looking at for? We're into the fall here. You guys are already looking at 2019. What's you gonna give us a sneak peek of what might be coming up in 2019 for you guys?
Yeah, we actually have quite a bit going on.
Really?
So we're experimenting with new materials, new lightweight materials. Some of them aren't exceptionally new. We're just exploring doing new things with them. So lightweight handles that give more grip and just more sturdy function. new blade shapes, folders, fixed blades. We're working on a bunch of tactical stuff.
Okay.
So there's a lot of good stuff. A lot of good stuff. We introduce everything at SHOT Show.
Yes.
In Vegas. So kind of excited about that.
Well, I wished I could just drive down to Vegas from Post Falls, Idaho, rather than taking the prairie wagon out to Vegas from here.
No doubt.
You know, Bill's done that before, right, Bill?
It was an 18-hour journey to get back this year from Vegas.
18 hours.
18 hours.
I can tell, CJ, the last time I was in Vegas was 2 years ago. It took me longer to get my rent-a-car than it did to get to Vegas. So I'm sorry. I just came out. Hey, CJ,
I used to live in San Diego, and it would truly driving was faster than flying.
Oh, yeah. It was. Thank you, buddy, for being with us. I always appreciate your support for Outdoors with Larry Ray. We'll stay in touch. And, folks, again, go to bucknice.com. Look up that new Wedding and Celebrations collection. It is really cool for a gift or anything like that. Thank you, CJ. We'll talk to you, okay?
Thanks, Larry.
Always
Bye,
a
y'all.
pleasure. All right, always a pleasure. All right, take a break, come back, and we're going to let Bill Cooksey.
Don't build this up.
Okay. Be right back. We'll talk to Charlie Holden. Be right back.